Okay, today we have real-time Jaipur tournament. And it started with a gold in the center, and he just took that. Pretty straightforward. I started with a lot of camels, so I could trade some in and hope he takes all these. But I'm actually going to just take an exceptional amount of camels. And I got really lucky there that no high-end split. Now I'm going to be able to grab pretty much everything that comes into the center for a while now. The real question is whether he's going to take these 5 camels or he's going to let me take them. Actually, I'm going to sell this first because I still have 4 to grab with. At the very least, I can make a 5 stack of this. There we go. There are some high ends. And I'm actually going to put all 4 in because that spice hasn't been sold yet. If he sells the spice, I'm going to grab the camels. If he doesn't, I'm going to sell the spice. I still have 3 leather I can always trade. I'm not particularly attached to my leather until I make a stack. But I never like being without the ability to trade into the center, so I always try to keep camels or something weak in hand, unless I'm trading it all to gain an advantage right that moment, and then I'm at a disadvantage for a little while. I feel like a lot of people don't push that once they get ahead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get these out of my hand so it's less clogged. See what he does. He's probably going to sell his silver. Nope, he sold those leather he started grabbing. This is where it gets iffy on what to do. I'm going to fill up my hand first and see if he takes all 5. If he sells, I'm willing to take the 5. He did. And I know he has at least 1 silver in hand, so that's going to be a 3 silver stack. That's pretty nice for him. I don't want to flip 3 and give him 1, but I am going to just sell this and intend to take these 2 silk and sell out that thing. When you sell out a column, you're really putting yourself at risk for ending the match too early. He's already sold 3 gold and he's about to sell 3 silver, so he's way up and would like the game to end. Taking that is a big risk for me. Well, he took away my ability to do that. He might sell it for the 2-point value right now. He did. He has like nothing to trade. He's got like 3 silver in hand, so I'm just going to flip a whole bunch of stuff to the middle. He's going to get another stack there, but now I can pair up anything I can with my hand. Unfortunately, I now have 1 of all 3 high ends in hand. So the highest my leather can get is a 5 stack, even with another right there. Rather than taking everything right this instant, I'm going to slowly add camels. I'm not going to do any trading that isn't with camels, though. If he wants to play it that way, I'm going to get rid of this. I want to at least get a stack of spices. And preferably all the remaining 4 diamonds. 3 more still in the game that I don't have access to yet. I'm just going to keep stalling for time. I don't have any way to take it with camels, so I have to risk a flip. So here's what I'm talking about with that risk of ending the game early. Now I have the ability to do this, then this, and this. No, I don't want to risk getting that spice stack too low. He might already have 1. There we go, that's what I needed. Now, since he only sold 1 of those, I'm quite confident he only has 1. I am going to sell these 2. That's going to force him to grab this 1. I'm going to sell the 2 gold, putting myself up to a reasonable score, but not nearly enough. That big 3 and 4 were enough to win it for him. Well, it was a lot closer than I thought, actually. I played my hand well, but too many big ones in his starting hand. I always take camels whenever it's like this. Sure, he has 3 high ends to grab, but he has to get rid of 2 cards in hand. And whatever they are, they're likely to match something that I can deal with. He actually had 2 leather. That was best case scenario for him. Now, unfortunately, that means he's going to instantly get the first sale on gold. Now we're back up to a 5 camel grab. He's got all high ends in hand. He's got 2 gold and, I don't know, was it a silver or 1 other high end in there. So he can't do a lot to stop me from getting other stuff. I can only hold 2 more from camel, so I'm going to put a leather back and take this 4 stack of silk. He should be taking the camels and then selling his gold. But he looks like he's going to be a player that's going to seek for larger and larger stacks. That's really not a good plan with high ends. You want stacks of low ends, and you just want to keep high ends from clogging your hand if at all possible. Now I'm going to up the ante on him and put 5 of these back in. If he sells his low ends, he won't have any trade value. He's still trying to get those huge stacks of high ends. Now, I can either delay and see what happens, see if he grabs all 5. I have 4 trade value with my leather and my camels. Or I can force him to lower his hand even further. He went ahead and took the bait on the camels. So I'm going to take all of these, giving me the first sale on diamonds as soon as I get a chance to do it. But again, other people tend to go ahead and take their first sale right now. I'm going to take the camels first. So after I sell these, I can still play the game with more than 1 card at a time. Some people like the single card flip, but that becomes as swingy as you can possibly get. He just took 4 cards he doesn't really care about, so taking these camels right now wouldn't be my best decision ever. I'm going to get rid of the diamonds. They have a higher value for the first sale. If I can make a stack of silver, that'd be great. But he's probably going to sell his low ends rather than grab all 5 camels. And if we stall and he gets his low ends low enough in his hand, he's selling them 1 at a time to stall as long as he can. I'm going to continue to play that game. And now I'll take the camels. That's as low as I could stall them. I'm going to leave the green out there because I have the ability to kill a stack while I'm in the lead and I have camels and everything. I'm actually just going to kill the stack. Do I want to kill it right now? No. I don't want to take those camels and give him potentially 2 cards that he can sell from up here. I do have to take this green to keep him from finishing out a second pile. I can end the game with what's in my hand right now. And I have a guaranteed camel bonus. And right here we have about 30 points sitting on the field. Since common scores are about 70 to 70, 80 if we're getting large stacks, but neither of us have been selling 5 stacks. So if I take 30 away, 15 from each player, that means the average goes from about 70 down to around 55. I'm already at 55, so I might be in the lead right now, I might not be. I am going to see what happens when he grabs the camels, maybe. I might be able to sneak 1 more decent sale in, or I'm just going to end the game a little early. Well, I don't have a good way to stall other than taking this green, so I'm going to stall, see what happens. If he takes that, I definitely have to end it right now. I have to end it right now. And we'll see if 63 was enough. Should be pretty close. Yeah, it was. That was actually a lot lower on his part than I thought he was. Okay, now he gets a free diamond. I actually have a free diamond in my own hand. So if I can match a set, that'd be great. These silks are pretty tempting because I could just trade my leather and my camel in. But I always take the camels right away if I can, if there were no high-ends to grab. Because it gives me more opportunity to match larger sets. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm actually going to put that leather back. That's going to force him to sell the silks, because he wants that first sales bonus on the silk he already took. And now I can take these camels, flipping a second diamond for him. That actually didn't work out as well as I was hoping. But overall, that was a low cost for me to get 3 more cards of trade value. Sure, he gets 7 value off of it, but those 3 cards could easily be a lot higher than that if I can match the types of cards. The amount of points you gain with every action is really more important in this game than anything else. A lot of people just try to use mini actions to get a large value set of a large value item, where they could have been more efficient in grabbing a lot of other stuff. If I sell just this leather, he might actually take those camels, and I'd have to put back my silk stack. I'm going to get rid of the silk stack, even though it pains me to only sell 3 when I'm so close to a bigger bonus. There are only 3 left in the deck, and there are 30 cards in there. So I don't feel like I have a really good shot of finishing that 4 or 5 stack right away. Now, I have high ends in hand for a first sale bonus, and I have 5 camels in the center. I can force him to take them, or I can take them myself and leave him pretty much stranded, able to take one of these cards. Now, I have to really hope he doesn't already have a gold, because I don't want to leave him a free silver to gain 2 points. If I get the first sale bonus, that's a 2 point in my advantage and 2 points away from him. This is worth 5. That's better than -2 +2. So it is still better for me to take that silver. But I want my gold and that silver bonus. There we go. First sales bonus on the gold. I don't care about the silks. Those are 2 out of the remaining 3. But a larger stack of leather is pretty good for me. I'm going to keep trying for the stack of leather. It's more likely to come up than the silver is, and I could always get another 2 silver and only lose out on 1 to 3 points on the 3. I'm going to up the ante and force him to sell out his hand even lower prior to taking the camels. He seems to be afraid of 5 stacks. Hey, he took 1! Yay! Well, that worked out well for me. I'm just going to put those 2 I just took right back along with a camel. And take the 3 high ends. I'd like to take that other leather, but 4 high ends is very nice for me. There are 3 left in each of the sell piles, so they all have full value right now. Five camels in center. He's got a hand clogged with junk, so he wouldn't mind some high-end flips. I am going to sell the diamonds and free up a little bit of my hand space, but not all of it. I'm still holding out for a 5 stack of leather. And now I will take the camels. See, he's probably just going to take the 1 silver and leave me my 5 stack of leather. Or if another high-end flips, I get to take it instead of a 4 stack of leather. Ooh, he took those. Well, if he's gonna take those leather, I would like to sell them, but there's no sales bonus thing to do there. So I'm gonna take a couple of these instead. And then I'm gonna take these camels as quick as I can, force him to sell some stuff. I'm really hoping to trade these up for leather or for another thing. Now that 1 silver is 2.5 value, so taking it might not even be a good call for him. Same thing with the diamond, it's only 2.5 value right now. Well, I can't afford putting the leather back since he's already got several in hand. So I'm going to free up enough space to take all of those cloth. This is not looking good for me on the tiebreaker. I really need a gold to flip in my favor. I do have control of the camels right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 3 of my camels are unnecessary to hold my bonus. I have to take that leather away from him. I'm not putting... Well, I can only hold 3 more extra items. But I can actually trade one of these for that and get a 3 sales bonus for the silk rather than holding on to the last spice. Well, now that he sold that, I'm really, really in trouble. No use holding it when I've got all of the remaining ones in the game, and he ended the game with that. Might have been too early for him. It was too early for him. He shouldn't have grabbed that many things at once. Should have tried to sell what was left in his hand. I'm sure he had value in there, at least a couple leathers and stuff. If he'd have gotten one more high end, he could have inched it out on me. And that is Jaipur. On to the final round.